デートを始めましょう。
来るぞバカ野郎。
行くぞ。何をする。どうだ。
せや食いしばれ。どうしたものかな。まだ終わってない。
すまない。
ごめんな。
この作戦で
ご
行こ
飯をおごってね。うひゃうひゃ。シド、どこにいるんだ。
う。さばき出てやんよ。
シ
天秤
ド、お腹すい
面
た。
倒思考しよう。どうぞご
い
加護
らしてごちそうさまでし
まだ終わ
た。
ってない。
やった勝てたよ。行きましょう。
後悔させて差し上げます。総員選択。
食いしばれ。
ベキア。何をする。何ですよ。何をする。どうだ。
食いしばれ。どうしたもの。
指一本触れさせんぞ。
食いしばれ。せや
諦めませんわよ。
この作戦で
ご飯
よさみ
をおごっね。
してないでくれ。
私が出るの。
どうしたの。
指一本触れさせんぞ。何をする。うひゃ。いただきます。
どうしたものかな。
これで全て解決か。
みんなよろしく頼む。
闇が
終わりにいたしましょう。
食いしばれ。
ベキア。
バカ野郎。どうしたものか。
やらせるものか。何ですの。バカじゃありませんの。
援護します。
ご飯をおごってね。
誰。
助かったよ。
うひゃ。うひゃ。諦めませんわよ。
私を助けてください。
私が出るの。お腹すいた。 きタイム開始よ。
後悔させて差し上げますわ。
俺に力を貸してくれ。どうした？
何をする？
バカ野郎！まだ終わってない。
すまない。シド、
この作戦で行こう。
バカ野郎！まだ終わってない。せや！
諦めませんわよ。私を助けてください。
私が出るの？お腹すい
まだ終わってない。
さあ始めましょうか。私の戦争を。
信じています。後悔させて差し上げますわ。
来るぞ。
食いしばれ！
何をする？
そこですわ。
何ですの？
せや！バカ野郎！まだ終わってない。
援護します。
ご飯おごってね。
食いしばれ！
諦めませんわよ。私を助けてください。
私が出るの？お腹すいた。達成。素晴らしい戦果です。って何ですかこの喋り方！
覚悟はできた。
随分と
手を貸してあげるわ。
食いしばれ！
行くぞ。
食いしばれ！
差し上げますわ。やらせるものか。
何ですの？ 我慢してね。
面倒かけんじゃねえよ。
誰？
助かったよ。
ありがとね。
終わりだ。はあ。
さあ始めましょうか。私の戦争を。さあ私たちのデートを始めましょう。
これはまた。
ダメですわ。やらせるものか。ダメですよ。
はあ、食いしばれ。
指一本触れさせんぞ。
助かったよ。
どうだ。
誰？
どうした。
ラキア。シド。援護します。ご飯おごってね。シド。大の
バカ野郎。どうした。俺はいつだってお前を助けに行ってやる。サンダルファンハルバンヘルブ。いっけー。
あ、よかった。では行くぞ。デートに。
後悔させて差し上げ
こい
ます
つらを書かせてやる。
バカ野郎。どうした。
ラキア。何をする。はっ。何をする。
はあ、食いしばれ。ここからだ。
やらせるものか。
なんですよ。
ごめんな。
この作戦
ご
で
飯おごってね。
どうした。
やらせるものでした。
シド。どこ
裁
にいるの。
きの出てやるよ。天秤思考し
大の
どうぞご加護。誰？
ごちそうさまでした。
悪いな。
さあ始めましょうか。私の戦争を。地獄だー。勝ったら頭を撫でてほしい。勝因選択。
バカ野郎。
やらせるものか。
指一本切れさせんぞ。
シド、
援護します。
ご飯おごってね。シド、
諦めませんわよ。よそ見しないでください。
私が出るの？大の我慢してね。
飛ばせ。
達成。素晴らしい戦果です。って何ですかこの喋り方。
かつて多くの冒険者が散っていった。
クエストの報酬が受け取れるよ。
I'm a loser. You're a loser. No, I'm not a loser. Yes, I am.
クリアしたクエストの報酬が受け取れるよ。クリアしたクエストの報酬が受け取れるよ。誰か私の仕事を手伝ってくれる人いないでしょうか。ってなんで逃げるんですか。
自分はこれからダンジョンです。ベル殿もご一緒です。
今日もダンジョンですか。どうかお気をつけて。天然っぽい顔して油断も隙もないよな君は。
君は強くなれるさ。俺が保証する。俺の保証じゃ頼りないかもしれないけどね。
お出かけにゃにゃはお散歩にゃ。
サウザンドエルフ、なんか用か。
冒険者だったのか。さあどうでしょうか。もう
あかん。彼氏と飲み比べしたら気持ち悪く。
ドロップアイテムの商談。よし私たちの店へ行こう。
君がリトルルーキー？レフィーヤからいつも話は聞いてるよ。主に悪い話だけど。冒険楽しい？でも気をつけてね。エイナも心配してる。竹三和地様が働いている姿を見ると頑張らないとって思います。うちと比較的つながりが強いファミリアは神ゴブニュとか神ディアンケヒトのところね。
すみません、仕事中なので先を急がせてもらいます。
あなたが信じてくれた時、私がどれだけ嬉しかったか。いつかちゃんと伝えられたらいいなって。取りに参りましょう。勝ったら頭を撫でてほしい。勝因戦術。ラキア。バカじゃありませんの。
バカ野郎！どうしたの？
行くぞ。なんですの。
やめませんわよ。この作戦で
ご
行こう。
飯おごってね。
力を貸してここからだ。
シド、
よそ見しないでください。
私が出るの？
せや
いただきます。
まだ終わってない。マジか。
ヒーローはご飯をおごってもらえる？一丁やりますか。いくよ。今のビッグスカズ。私は謎の美少女ガンファイターライダーキノ。あ、よかった。
私が行こう。
く
手を貸してあげるわ。
食いしばれ。
何をする。
バカ野郎。ここからだ。
すまない。なんですの。
この作戦
ご
で行こ
飯をおごってね。
まだ終わってない。
ごちそうさまでした。なんですの。
う。私を助けてください。
いただきます。
食らいやがれ。
バカじゃありませんの。それ。お優しいですわね。ヒーローはご飯をおごってもらえる。一丁やりますか。いくよ。今だビッグスカル。私は謎の美少女ガンファイターライダーキノ。あ、よかった。私に任せてくださいまし。
これはまた。
ダメですわ。
どうしたのかな。食いしばれ。まだ終わってない。
めませんわよ。援護します。ご飯をおごってね。辛いのは我慢してね。
これで全て解決か。
発しよう。
随分と
ダメ
飯はってない。
何をする。
せや力をまだ終わってない。
やらせるものか。
She wants the 25,000 pound.
何をする。じゃありませんの。
誰？
まだ終わってない。
ラキア。やめませんわよ。援護します。ご飯を持ってね。
天秤
まだ終わってない。言いやがれ。
どうぞご加護。
マジか。
倒れないで。ヒーローはご飯をおごってもらえる。一丁やりますか。いくよ。今だビッグスカー。私は謎の美少女ガンファイターライダーキノ。
とても刺激的でしたわ。
行動開始だ。
勝ったら頭を撫でてほしいぞ。見ないでください。触れさせんぞ。そこですわ。
まだ終わってない。
やらせるものか。
助かったよ。ごめんな。
援護します。
ご飯おごってね。いや、じゃありませんの。いただきま
ここから
す。
だ。
指一本触れさせんぞ
助かっ。たよ。
なんですの。諦めませんわよ。
裁きのつかさ。
私が出るの。何をする。
思考心をどうぞご加護。
それ。
まだ終わってない。
すまない。さあ始めましょうか。私の戦争は。
油断するな。
勝ったら頭を撫でてほしいぞ。
幻を打ち破る強さ。
どうした。
ラキア。なんですの。なんですの。
食いしばれ。どうした。
ラキア。なんですの。
私を助けてください。
何をする。ダイノを倒れないで。
まだ終わってない。
ごちそうさまでした。達成。素晴らしい戦果です。って何ですかこの喋り方。
信じています。
来るぞ。
ザイ
はあ、食いしばれ。
指一本触れさせんぞ。なんですの。
バカ野郎。まだ終わってない。
指一本触れさせんぞ。
俺に力を貸してくれ。まだ終わってない。ごめんな。
この作戦で行こ
ご飯おごってね。ダイノは我慢してね。
助かったよ。
うひゃ。何をする。そこですわ。指一本触れさせんぞ。取らせていただきましょう。おいでなさいザフキエル。行きますわよ私たち。まだまだ足りませんわ。さあ始めましょうか。私の戦争を。
行動開始だ。
随分と闇が来るぞ。
バカ野郎。まだ終わってない。
一本触れさせんぞ。なんですの。
バカ野郎。ここからだ。
なんですの。
どうした。
やらせるもの
ごめんな。
援護します。
ご飯おごってね。諦めませんわよ。
私を助けてくださいますか。
お腹すいた。倒れないで。
どうしたものかな。
うひゃ。
これで全て解決か。
ほら行こう行こう。
来るぞ。
勝因選択。
バカ野郎。どうした。俺に力
裁きの出てやんよ。天秤の君、思考心理、
ほらよ、
どうぞご加護を。
助かったよ。
大のは我慢してね。
バカ野郎、まだ終わってない。
これで全て解決か。
クリアしたクエストの報酬が受け取れるよ。クリアしたクエストの報酬が受け取れるよ。
Guess I missed it accidentally. Okay, no big deal.
Every gun-carrying cop in America to kill people based on what they think is in the parameters of their mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The things in Kenosha increased, the tenseness there increased over the weekend and overnight when a white supremacist militia group showed up to, quote unquote, assist the police officers there, resulting in 3 individuals getting shot, 2 of them being killed by a 17-year-old young militia man. Who turns out, according to BuzzFeed, to be a Donald Trump supporter. Yet the president of the United States made no comment about those murders, nor did he make any comment about the actions of his supporter, but he did declare that he was going to send in the National Guard and federal agents to suppress or to stamp out the protests. What are your thoughts on the president?
Here's the thing. He's now going to come out strong against this murderer because this murderer is allied to him in ideology and philosophy. So because of that one factor alone, he will not come out hard against this killer. Let's look at what has happened. You have a guy who's pictured on the front row at Trump rallies. You have someone who is an extreme militant, likely connected to more militia groups. And I saw a video earlier today where he was walking side by side with law enforcement. Right. Here's my argument tonight. My argument is very simple. This young man, 17 years of age, has been radicalized by the president of the United States.
Long been a beloved American pastime. Just watch this caller to a 90s local TV show delights the host with his whining.
They put us down in this holding pen. They call it the jury assembly room.
Yeah.
The jury, the JAR,
about the nature of police forces across this country, particularly in that city, that they would show gratitude to white supremacist militia groups.
Well, it shows you the ideology inside of the cultural matrix of law enforcement. There exists this sentiment that this is an us and them battle. right? And they are basically foreign to the us. Here's what's happening with police departments all over the country. They are being summarily judged because of incidents like this. If you're a good cop, great. I'm glad that we still have good cops in the world. But if you are a good cop and you say nothing about the bad policing that you see, the constitutional violations, you're not as good as you think you are. When you go to church on Sunday, you go to Bible study on Wednesday, you kiss your wife and kids, or the other way around, think about who you serve. Because if you just serve an agenda that protects the systemic order of white supremacy, racism, bigotry in the United States, then you are protecting an evil enterprise, and you have to check your soul for that.
I appreciate that. I want to ask you something about you and your work as a political commentator. You've covered these stories for years, and it seems like these stories never change. It seems like it's the same thing, different day, and a different hashtag. How do you keep up with this? Because I found in my 5 years of doing this, covering even a friend of mine who was killed by police officers, it gets weary, especially when you have to debunk so many lies and so many different ways that they try to justify the murder and the dehumanization of people, particularly black people. How do you push through that?
Man, with much difficulty. Here's how I look at my job, and you should look at your job the same, because you do the exact same thing. We are administrators of truth. We administer truth on a daily basis. That is a calling. I believe that those who watch this program, those who understand what truth is, and they're willing to stand in the truth and proclaim that truth, you have a much bigger calling than just what's around you, than just yourself. And I take that calling seriously, and so I endeavor to continue to do so. But it is getting so volatile to where now the truth is debatable. Facts are debatable. That was never reality in this country until recently.
One last question before we go, because you opened up Pandora's box there. We are dealing in a post-truth, post-fact society. Where do we even begin? Or better yet, how do we fight back against a system that is as interested in lies, or more interested in lies than it is the truth, and it has the ability to spin everything into a half-truth and propaganda? How do we manage that?
Here's the best advice I can give you. Never let it become normal. Never let it normalize. When you hear people say, well, why are you paying attention to that? Why are you responding to that? Why are you posting about that? Oh, you know that's just how Trump is. Oh, you know that's just politics. Never listen to them. Always act as if, respond as if, behave as if this is abnormal. Show your outrage. Show your pain when there's extreme manipulation, when there are lies. Continue to fight it and never let it become normal to you. And if it never becomes normal to you, it'll never be normal for your children. It'll never be normal for your grandchildren, and it will be normal in this country.
You know, I'm enjoying, I said that was the last question, but if you forgive me, let me get one more in there, because I'm enjoying the conversation, because you and I have
Same
a
here, brother.
Similar tone and tenor and pattern and everything else. You know, you come from the black church experience, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk just really quickly. We have about 2 minutes, but there seems to be a distinct difference between a person of faith like yourself and myself, who we use our faith for liberation, to fight on behalf of marginalized people across this country. But we seem to be in league, or at least brethren, with folks who used to lynch us on Saturday night and go to church on Sunday morning. We only got like a minute left, but what are your thoughts on the role of faith, your faith particularly, in this fight for freedom, justice, and liberation?
My faith informs me. My politics, that is an expression of my faith. What we're seeing a lot, especially in Christian evangelical circles, they have allowed their politics to inform their faith. My faith informs my politics. I actually teach a course at the university I teach at called Dr. King and the Church as a Social Change Agent. In that class, I have white students, black students, brown students. I have everybody there. And we look at how church and King's utilization of the church transformed the social narrative. Remember this about policy, because that is what King transformed, and that's what we should transform. Policy is a social contract between the community and the government. Good policy is always spiritual in nature. So all of my brothers and sisters, regardless of their faith background, if you're fighting for good policy, you're on the right side of the spirit.
Absolutely appreciate that. Dr. Rashad Ritchie is a former director of the Democratic...
ご予約のお客様、ご来店にゃ。
Hey, what's up guys? That was a really long time ago I made a video on YouTube. And sorry about that. I got a lot of stuff to do in life. Well, you will probably ask why. Well, because I was busy here in my real life. And also I was really busy with the closed beta of Genshin Impact, where I put all my time to stream it. That's why I didn't do any coverage about the Danmachi anniversary part 2, honestly. I did some stream about Record Buster, and I did one of my best Record Buster ever. I got ranked 9. That was wonderful, guys, and thanks a lot for all the support during that day. That was the awesome days. But today I have sad news to talk about. This is the end of the era of FTQ, guys. That's still hard to talk a bit about that, because I still feel like it's my fault what's happening with FTQ. But we decide to went casual and disband the Familia FTQ. I'm really sad because of that, because I stayed with them for 2 years, and that was wonderful and awesome time every time. We did pretty well in every Familia Rush, Familia War game, Familia Wild too, and honestly, we fought other opponents like Iris, Austria, Weaves recently are really strong, but also 1K Sunny. And I think we showed FTQ was one of the strongest fam in the top 5, and we got a lot of top 2 and top 1 sometime, and we're not all well in FTQ, okay? We got some casual and free-to-play player, and because we got some awesome leader, we was able to be where we was, and big thanks to Kang and Groka about that, but for all the player during that time. Oh my, this is really not easy to talk about. Yeah, we got the power of the communication, but also of the leadership with Kang and Groka, and yeah, after they left, I tried to rebel with the Q, honestly. I was leader for 1 week. I tried to recruit. We got some bad news where people didn't do runs. Someone got hacked by his account or scammed by his account, something like that. But yeah, during that time I was busy with the close beta of Genshin Impact, so I was not able to do the leadership or the coordination like I wanted. But yeah, this is the end of an era, like I said. This is really not hard. This is really hard for me, but this is not the end for me. And for all who remember, they have a new chance with new Familia. I know a lot of people will go with Austria. Thanks a lot, Lord, to let them in and make some spot for them. I hope they will be good with all of you, and we will have fun with them because they are really awesome player. We love them. Also, thank you, Waves, to get some. I think Dynasty, I think some people will go in, and some people will also join Valeris and Iris. For myself, I will join, I don't know yet, but I will join Valis or Iris. I don't know which one yet. I will know the answer really soon, and I look forward, because that will be able to help me to improve or help me to grow as a player in the game, to change a Familia like that. And yeah, that's gonna be really nice, and I look forward to it, guys. So thank you, Leo, about that, to let them join your Familia. But yeah, so it's so hard to talk, guys, sorry. But yeah, I look forward to for all of you guys, the new Familia, the Waves, Austria, 1K Sunny, Waifu.
Hello? Hello?
Valis or Iris, depending which one I will join. But yeah, and for all my fan member guys, you better to be ready because I'm gonna be hard on all of you in Familia Royale, Familia Wargame.
After Donald Trump Jr.'s, let's call it bizarre speech on Monday evening at the first night of the Republican convention, a lot of people on social media and even in the traditional media speculated that maybe Donald Trump was on something. And the drug of choice that people on social media say was cocaine because of the way he spoke, because of the kind of deer in headlights look he had, and of course, the ridiculously bloodshot eyes. In case you missed it, by the way, here is a sample of Donald Trump Jr.'s speech Monday night. Take a look.
America is the greatest country on earth, but my father's entire worldview revolves around the idea that we can always do even better. Imagine the life you want to have, one with a great job, a beautiful home, a perfect family. You can have it. Imagine the country you want to live in, one with true equal opportunity, where hard work pays off and justice is served with compassion and without partiality. You can have it. Imagine a world where the evils of communism and radical Islamic terrorism are not given a chance to spread, where heroes are celebrated and the good guys win. You can have it. That is the life. That is the country. That is the world that Donald Trump and the Republican Party are after. And yes, you can have it. Because unlike Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats, our party is open to everyone.